4, 3, 2, 1. Hey everybody, hi, how are you? I'm Jeanette from Boricua Sewing and Crafts. I am so glad that you guys can join me this evening and stuff. One of the things that I am going to do today is talk to you guys about all of my, excuse me, technical difficulties here. Hold on, we have a little bit of technical difficulties here. I'm sorry, I have a little laptop on the side. And I have my girlfriend, she's helping me out and stuff like that. And we forgot to just turn down the volume on the laptop. But it's all good. It's okay. Anyway, and I know the guys is just starting to join me and all that kind of stuff and everything. But we are good to go. Okay. So tonight, one of the things that I wanted to talk to everybody about is my Etsy shop, you know, all my experiences so far. I have been doing this now for about going on close to 3 years, I believe. You know, doing embroidery and sewing and my Etsy shop. And I wanted to spend some time with all you guys and talk to you guys about some of the mess ups that I have done, how it affected me, and what I had to do to correct them. I think that this is going to be some really useful information for a lot of you guys, you know, because I know some of you guys are new to the world of embroidery, the world of sewing, and also just, you know, want to start your own little side business doing an Etsy shop. And, you know, I wanted to share some of my experiences with all you guys, you know, so that way you guys can see what happened, you know, what I did, what happened, and how I fixed it and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, because I'm going to be talking about my mess ups and all my mistakes and everything, you know, I'll probably be going back in time and it's probably going to piss me off and upset me and stuff like that. So I'm going to have a wine glass, okay? So that way I can, like, you know, just like digest and go, okay, yeah, that was rough, but you know what? Got over it. Okay, so anyway, I am drinking Green Hill Vineyards Petite Masson. I'm probably saying it wrong, but y'all know my Spanglish. It's okay. You guys know me already that have watched me for a long time. You know, I mess up the English and the Spanish, so it's all good. Y'all know what I mean. Anyway, so let's talk about some of my mistakes. And I already see a lot of people have logged in, and I was just trying to talk a little bit because I know that sometimes it takes a little while for people to chime in and stuff. But I see Shirley and I see Renee and I see Ozzy. How are you? I see Karen and Portia and Lisa and Robin and So Sweet and Tracy. Hey, Enia. Oh, I see Sherry. Hey, Mary. Hey, Iris. So, guys, I am going to jump right in it. And as always, my girlfriend Jade, she will let me know when we are about like close to 10 minutes before 9. And, you know, she's looking at all the chat box. One of the things that I highly encourage is, you know, even while I'm talking, if you have a question about something, you know, about anything, just write it down in the chat and, you know, we're going to answer it. Okay. So don't worry about it. All right. So, you know, while I talk to you guys, you know, you guys may have questions about some of the stuff that I've done. So anyway, but let me start with the number one thing that popped up big time that I wish, you know, I kind of messed up big time, but I finally got it. When you have your own Etsy shop, right? And you're selling your items, you know, of course, people buy them and stuff like that. You got to ship them out, right? So one of the things that I was doing, all right, is the shipping. The shipping was like a whole new world with me, okay? I was selling the items on Etsy, and whenever somebody bought it, I would make the item, I was packaging it up, and then I was driving all the way to the post office, and I was actually standing in line, and I was paying for the postage. So, I mean, I would be there with like bags of stuff, and then sometimes I only got one sale, so I would be there with one thing. So the thing is, I would always end up going to the post office around like 4 o'clock, 4:30, and you know, they close at 5. So it's like I would stand there all in line, and then I would end up buying the shipping label right there at the counter. Big mistake, and I'll tell you why. If you order your shipping from Etsy, you get a discount on your shipping, okay? You don't pay the counter price. The counter price is what a lot of people pay, and usually that's about almost $1 more. I lost a lot of money doing that because for the longest I was doing that. I was just taking the the bags and I was driving to the post office and I was wasting a lot of time. I was wasting a lot of time and I wasted money. Then when I finally figured out about, hey, I could buy the shipping label right out of Etsy, then I went to mistake number 2 about shipping. I was printing out my shipping labels using a regular printer. Okay. So what ended up happening was my ink was running out a lot, for the my black ink. So next thing you know, I'm like buying black ink. And then what I was doing was I was printing them out with my printer, and then I was cutting out the shipping label, and then I was taking tape, and then I was taping it to the package, and then I was driving it to the post office. So one thing that I thought to myself was, oh, so now I don't have to stand in line and buy the packaging label, right? Because I'm buying them straight online, and then what I'm doing is I'm printing it out and I'm taping it on the package. However, though, I was still losing a lot of money because what happened was I was using a lot of the ink in my printer and I was using a lot of tape. Okay, so that cost money too. Eventually, it dawned on me and I discovered a thermal shipping printer. Highly recommend, if you are doing an Etsy or a business or something like that, buy a thermal printer. What a thermal printer is it actually prints on these shipping labels, okay? And what it does is it doesn't use ink. It actually uses heat. And the heat activates, I don't know, does something to the paper. You get a label, okay? I don't know all the technicals, but I know it works, okay? And you're not buying ink. So what I did was, all you have to do is just buy the printer, and then you buy the labels. Quick, easy. Then I was like, oh my God, this is fabulous. I get to buy the shipping labels. I pay for the shipping right through Etsy. I print out my label using the thermal printer. And then I went through another step. If you go in Etsy, you can schedule the mailman to come and pick up your items. So then what I would do is, instead of me running to the post office, I would take the items and then I would just go downstairs and I would get a little bin and I would put mail on it. And the postman would come and he would pick up all the items and he would take them with him. So I didn't even have to go to the post office at all. I wasn't wasting my ink on my printer anymore. And I was actually buying my shipping labels at a cheaper price instead of paying full at the counter at the post office. So, that was one of the biggest, the first thing that I think about back in the day when I was starting, because when you're starting, you don't know anything. You just like roll with it. You roll with what's happening and stuff like that. First of all, you happy that you got your first sale, okay? And then you're like running to the post office because you just want to ship it out. But it's like you don't think about all these things, and these are things that you just happen to learn as you keep working and stuff like that. And you start learning about different techniques. So that was like the biggest thing. Okay. So guys, I'm telling you, the shipping was one of my biggest mess ups, but I finally got it down. Now, there is another alternative with shipping that I wanted to let you guys know about. There is a company called Private Ship, okay? And it's a website, and you can go there and you can buy shipping labels from them. You can even hook up the website to communicate with your Etsy shop. Now, why would people want to do that? And I'm going to tell you why. Sometimes what happens is when you are buying your shipping labels through your Etsy shop, what Etsy does is it deducts the money for the shipping label from your profit. Okay, so like let's say that I made a sale for $20 and the shipping label is $5. What will happen is the $20 that's sitting in my Etsy account, well, they're going to take $5 out of that, and then I'm just going to have 15 left. However, if you use Private Ship, what Private Ship does is you can use a credit card to pay for your shipping label. Now, people like to do that because credit cards sometimes come with cash back. So they look at it as every time I buy a shipping label, I get cash back, okay? Which, if you think about it, it's true, it's free money because Etsy's not going to give you free money. Etsy's just going to take the money out of your account. So with Private Ship, you use your credit card, you pay for your shipping label, you get your cash back. The only caveat that I tell you if you want to do this is think about this. Are you smart with paying your credit cards in full every month? If you're not, and you're going to be carrying a balance, I say don't do it, for the simple fact that that little cashback that you got, you just paid it back to that credit card company in interest if you didn't pay off that credit card at the end of the month. Okay. So, that is the only thing. If you pay off your credit card every month religiously, then I would say you have nothing to lose. Use private ship. Me personally, I don't do it. I don't do it because I like to keep my business separate from my personal accounts. So, I don't have a business credit card, even though I do have one credit card that I kind of do use for just business purchases, but it's really just a personal credit card. And I just use that so that when I make, purchases like threads, stabilizer, fabric, I always use that credit card. But, and I could kind of do it. But the thing is, to me, it's just a hassle. And it's just, I just don't want to, I don't want to bother with that. So, for me personally, I just kind of looked at it as, no, I'll keep it. I'll leave it all in the Etsy area, in the Etsy world, have them pay for my shipping, and I don't have to worry about it. I'll just use my credit card for fabrics and all that kind of stuff. So, just wanted to throw that out about the shipping and stuff like that, because I know that when I first started my Etsy shop, that threw me off, how to package your items. I had to learn a lot about that. That was pretty tough. You sell something, I'm thinking, do I have to put them in boxes? Should I use shipping bags? Should I, I had to learn about how to really, put stuff together. You want to advertise your business, so you want your business cards in your packaging. You want your packaging to look good. You got to build on that. So, I sometimes could kind of wish that I could go back and take a look at like the first packages that I sent out. I bet you they probably look a little crappy than what I sent out right now. But, as time goes on and stuff, it's like you do improve. You improve, you learn about better business techniques and everything, and it gets a little better. So, the shipping was like a really, really big thing for me. Shipping costs. Get smart with the shipping costs. I didn't do that at first. One of the things that I do is I also sell blanks. I sell baby blanket blanks. Okay. When I first put them out there on my Etsy shop, a lot of people were like buying them. And then I was like, okay, these folks are not buying one or two. I had one lady, she bought like 20. She bought 20 of the baby blanket blanks. So I had to figure out what's the best way for me to ship 20 blankets, right? So then I had to like look at the different rates and different boxes, different, should I ship 4 different packages at once? If you do that, you risk that one package could get lost. Or do I bite the bullet and just get one big box, put everything together, or would it cost more? And then also look at boxes that have flat rate shipping. Okay, those are really good to look at, because for a flat rate, whatever you can fit in that box, no matter what the weight, that's how much you're going to pay. So there were some baby blankets that when I went to ship them out, it was more cost effective to do it that way. Okay, so, look at go to the post office, talk to them too. Ask them about their rates and stuff like that. Ask them, their advice, and just do your homework. And also look at how other companies ship out their products as well. Like, for instance, if you're selling hats, right? People are very particular about their hats. So you should really be shipping them in shipping bags. I know some people do that, but I don't recommend doing that. When it comes to a cap, a baseball cap or something like that, people don't like their baseball caps to be bent and stuff like that. I know my husband, he's very, very particular about it. There's a crease on that hat, he knows it, okay? So I always put, hats that I embroider into boxes, because that way I know for a fact that, they had to smash that box in order for them to damage the hat. I always wrap the hat in plastic, and then I put it in I use a 7x7x7, it's 777 box. Those are the ones that I use for my baseball hats and stuff. So, what I was, that's something that, no, that's all I got to say about that. Yeah, I messed up on the shipping, okay, and stuff. Oh, somebody has a question.
Yes.
Okay.
Somebody asked, Lisa asked, what kind of credit card do you guys use for your business purchases?
Oh, okay. Hey, Lisa. Okay, I use a Discover credit card. Okay, now you can, sometimes they have credit cards that are like for businesses only. My business is very, very, very small. Okay. So, it's not like I don't own like a big corporation like that. Okay. So because I'm just at the starting stage and, what I usually did, what I do is I have a Discover credit card. And then I just use that Discover credit card for business purchases only. Okay. And what I like about that is all my statements that I get from Discover and stuff like that, I just, file them away for my tax, for the tax guy, because I use QuickBooks. And that's another thing that I'm going to talk to you guys about, the tracking of expenses and stuff. What works for me is I use one credit card. That credit card is for nothing but the business. Okay. If every time I go to Joann's, every time I go to Walmart, every time I'm, buying something for the business anywhere, that's the card that I pull out. I do not pull that out when I go out to dinner or anything like that. Well, if I'm taking a client out to dinner, I will pull it out because that's a business expense. Okay. So, but Lisa, since you touched on that, that's another, that goes to another mistake that I did also. When you're running a business, you have to keep track of everything, okay, for your accountant, all right? When I first started, you buy your equipment, you buy your thread, you buy your stabilizer, you just go shopping like crazy, you start buying blanks, and you just start embroidering. And then if you start selling, you're selling the stuff, you're collecting the money and everything. It's so easy to forget how to track everything. You have to track everything. Every single penny that you spent on your business, it needs to be tracked. Every time you even drive from your house to Joann's to pick up fabric, that mileage gets written off as a business expense. Whenever you meet with a client, which I have done, like, I had a client that, is having a dinner event. And they wanted dinner napkins, right? So I met with them because they wanted to see the dinner napkins that I use. And they also wanted, I wanted to show them my portfolio of the different types of, designs that I offer. So I would go and have lunch with them. And, that is a business dinner because I'm actually meeting a client to make a sale and get an order placed from her. So all those things you have to keep track. It's very, very hard to lose track of those things. So when I first started, I wasn't doing that. And then when my accountant, Emil, reached out, he was kind of like, yo, Jeanette, you got to track everything, And first I started doing a spreadsheet. Not easy to do a spreadsheet because you can easily get, confused. And then I was saving my receipts. And when Emil was like, hey, are you saving all your receipts? I had like a little bag, and I would be like, here they go. He's kind of like shaking his head like, no, it's like, and then he was like, get QuickBooks. So I got the QuickBooks. I love it. I use it religiously. It's something that I had gotten accustomed. Every morning I logged into QuickBooks and I log everything that I did the day before. Before I start any other item in my business, I go into QuickBooks. I upload all my receipts. I put in all my mileage. I keep track of all my sales, everything. So QuickBooks is really a must. If you're just starting out, I would still invest in it for the simple fact that QuickBooks is not just tracking, you got to track all your expenses, okay? And, the thing is, when you're doing your taxes and stuff, you have to show them how much you're spending on your expenses on supplies, furniture, look, your SC1900, your machines. Those are all business expenses that you have that you get to write off. And then you have your profit and stuff like that. So it's just something that you need to, just think about. And I think it's very, very, very important when you're first starting a business, keep track of everything. Okay. Now, another thing that my accountant told me was when businesses first start off in the very, very beginning of, of its life, a lot of times you're not going to see a profit the first 2 or 3 years. And, it makes sense. And I'm going to tell you why. The first couple of years that you start your business, that is where you're going to be buying a lot of your supplies. That's when you're going to be buying your machines. That's when you're going to be, buying advertising material, a lot of the equipment. More money is going to be coming out of the business than actually coming in. And then that's the time when you're going to be creating your products, testing your products, doing shows. You're going to be, buying all your supplies and all that kind of stuff. So there's going to be a lot, like I said, a lot of expenses going to be coming out. Once you have everything done, and if let's think about this for a minute. Like I have embroidery, right? Embroidery and sewing. I bought my sewing machine, SC1900. I got my multi-needle machines. Once I have these machines in here, they're paid for. They're done. I don't have to buy another machine. Now it's just me utilizing that equipment till the end of its life. Okay. So that means that 5 years from now, I'm not going to be spending $10,000 on a multi-needle embroidery machine. I've already done that. Okay. The cost is already there. Now I'm going to be really focusing on my expenses are going to be minimal. They're going to be thread. They're going to be stabilizer. They're going to be probably advertising still, because advertising never goes away. You always want to advertise your business, going out with clients, probably training events, sometimes if they have craft fairs and craft shows and stuff like that. I know that if you're in the sewing and embroidery business, I strongly recommend take advantage of those opportunities. Get in a plane and go to these craft shows, go to these craft events, learn the craft, take the classes, software. Okay, if you buy Embrilliance or you buy Sew What Pro or whatever embroidery software that you're using, that's a business expense also. If you see that there's a class out there on how to use this software, sign up for it, take it. That's a business expense. Okay, anything that you do related to your shop, document it, and believe me, if you got a good tax attorney or tax guy that like I do, they know exactly how to chop it down. Okay, so just something for you to think about. QuickBooks is really good. It's easy. I remember in the beginning learning to use it, I was kind of like, oh my God, this is something else I got to learn, because I'm like, you're learning embroidery software. Now I got to learn QuickBooks, so it was kind of like a lot, but it comes in time. Okay. The other thing also that I wanted to talk to you also about is kind of related to shipping. A lot of the mess ups that I did was how to package my items. Okay. In the beginning, I was selling like these pocket pillows. Okay. Now, this past Father's Day, I sold a lot of pocket pillows, but I got it down pat. What I started doing was I created the cover, the pillow cover, the filling. If you have a food processor, you know how you have those vacuum bags? I just took the filling from the pillow and I put it in those vacuum bags, sucked it up because it crunches it up real small, and then I have a smaller package. If you have a pillow and you stuff it up, right, and then you close it and then you go to ship it like that, what ends up happening is you're shipping a bigger package, okay? And the shipping is going to cost you more. So one of the things that I quickly learned was when you are creating stuff and, for selling and stuff like that, think about how you're going to package that and how you're going to mail it out. Because think about the cost. Is this going to have to be something that's going to have to be boxed? Or is this something that I can put in a nice shipping bag? Okay. They got really nice shipping bags out there too. So if you go to Amazon, you can see they got some really, really cute ones. Also, don't just throw items and put them in a shipping bag. Wrap them up in a nice little plastic thing, and think about your advertising. Put your advertising in there too when you mail out your products. But all those things you have to think about. There's another question, I guess.
Yes.
Okay, there's another
it is
question.
about shipping.
Oh, okay.
So Kristen asks,
Mm-hmm.
she has a ton of sublimation blanks that she's thinking of selling on Etsy.
Oh,
Do you advise to not do free shipping anytime for that in case someone gets a lot of one item?
okay. Free shipping. Okay, well, let me tell you about the free shipping with Etsy. If they buy more than $35 from your shop, they're going to get free shipping, period. Because that's just the Etsy policy. Okay. This is how I did my blanks. Okay. I did no free shipping on my blanks. That way, if you have less than $35 worth, okay, of baby blankets, you pay for shipping. If you're paying, if you buy more than 35, they're gonna get free shipping anyway. So, you know, and the thing is too, what I strongly suggest is, because you said she's selling shirts, blank shirts, blank
sublimation blank.
Sublimation blank. I guess they're shirts. I think, are they shirts and stuff? The other thing too is make sure that when you pricing your items, and that's the other thing too. That's the next one that I had underneath the pillow. So because you asked about pricing. Pricing is sometimes pretty tough, okay? The thing is, you have an item and you worked hard on that item, okay? It's your time, okay? It's your time. You bought the material, you designed it, and all that kind of stuff. When you go to put your stuff on Etsy, sometimes what you'll notice is sometimes people have very similar stuff. Now, let's take this for an example, the birthday shirts. Everybody loves the birthday shirts for the kids. I know a lot of people say, you know, it is saturated, and I know a lot of people say, well, you know, if you have your own little thing, you'll sell it. It's true, you know. I mean, people are gonna buy what they like, okay? But this is the thing, you know, I'm a mom, and I see the birthday shirts, and I type in, you know, boys' birthday shirts. I type that in, I get bombarded with all this stuff. Well, of course, what was first going to attract my eye is the one that I think is the most attractive, or, you know, the picture that's most attractive, most appealing. But then I'm also going to look at price, okay? A lot of people are price conscious. So the thing is, you don't want to price your items too high, but at the same time, you don't want to price it so low that you're giving it away, okay? So what I usually do is, if I have something like, for instance, right now I just embroidered hats. This is something that's going to be going on my Etsy shop real soon. I did embroidery of these pride hats. This is a hat that's distressed, and then I have a regular white hat. Okay, I want to put these in my shop, but before I put them in, you know, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some research, and I'm going to go on Etsy, and I'm going to say, okay, how many people out there are selling baseball hats with pride on them? Okay. And how do they look? And then what are their price ranges? Okay. I already know how much this hat costs me, and I already know the thread count per design for these hats. So I kind of already know what it's costing me, even on the time, okay, of hooping my hat and putting it on the machine and pressing that start button and you know, hooping the hat and everything. Anyway, once I already know that, and I'm going to look to see what people are doing and what's the ballpark, I don't want to be the highest, okay? If somebody's selling that hat for like $90, I'm not going to put mine up for $100. What I'll do is I'll put mine for $85. $5 cheaper. You know, I'm just saying, you know, this is a world about competition, okay? You know, I mean, you know, it's, you know, I mean, if you're, you know, people are price conscious, okay? Now, the problem too that I sometimes see with the pricing of some things, I honestly, sometimes I see some products in Etsy, and if they're embroidery, I know, you know, if you're in the business of embroidery, you already know the amount of time, effort that it takes for that person who is selling that shirt to make. You know that it takes time, okay? They have to modify, if it's a personalized shirt, they got to change the design with the kid's name on it. And then they, you know, they got to hoop the shirt, they got to put it in the machine and all that kind of stuff. That takes time, okay? That is, you know, time is money. Time is money, all right? sometimes I see some of these prices on Etsy, and I see that somebody will sell a shirt for like $15.99, and I'm like, that's a lot of work for just $15.99, especially when I know the blank itself, the blank shirt will probably cost, let's say at the high end, $5 for the shirt. Okay. You still got to put stabilizer in that shirt, right? Before they embroider it. What about all that thread that they use to do that shirt? And what about the time they took to modify that design and stick it in the machine to do that? And then to stitch out the shirt, okay? Because some of these designs take about an hour to do, depending on how much detail. So, really think about, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like people are giving away their stuff, That's just how I see it, okay? Because you got to remember, you're in a business to make money. You're not in a business to give stuff away. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you got to know your worth sometimes. Now, I do know that sometimes people, what they'll do is they just open up a shop, and what they want to do is they want to make that first sale. So what they'll do is they'll put their prices really low, and then next thing you know, people will start buying it just so that they can get like some kind of, rhythm going with their shop, I guess. I guess you could try that, but the thing that I have with that though is you kind of like sold yourself kind of cheap. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, I guess you can within time up the price. I've done that with some items, like some of my kitchen towels. I recently did increase my prices by like $2, okay, on my kitchen towels. The thing is, I've been doing them for a very long time, and they still sell. I mean, and the thing is, they're very unique kitchen towels, and even though I raised my prices for $2, they're still in the ballpark of what other folks are selling their towels for. So, pricing can be very, very difficult. You just got to really do your research, look to see what other people are selling, look to see how much they're selling it for, and really be honest with yourself about what you want to get paid for that, don't sell yourself short. I mean, you're spending a lot of time in front of that embroidery machine. So you don't want to like just buy something and then, buy your blanks and embroider it, spend the whole day embroidering it, packaging it up, shipping it out, taking it to the post office. And then at the end of the day, I'll go, hey, how much money did you make? I made $1. It's like, really, I mean, you don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, unless it's just a hobby and you just want to do it like that, then that's okay. There's no right or wrong either. Okay. There is no right or wrong. You just, it's just like when you're buying your machines, sometimes some of you guys reach out and say, hey, I want to buy this machine. What do you think? I can give you advice, but at the end of the day, it's your machine, and you're the one that's going to be working with this machine. So, you want to make sure that you have what fits your needs. And it's the same thing with running your own business. If it's to make money, to meet a certain goal, or if this is just a hobby and you just want the hobby to self-sustain itself, do your thing. It's okay, but it's just time for you guys to think about and stuff. So Lisa, I know you asked me about the credit card and stuff, and I mumbled up a lot, but oh well, I think you know what I mean. Okay. So anyway, the other thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about, I made mistakes in pricing too. I've done the low ball thing. I've done the high price thing. You just gotta learn how to do it. The other thing is setting your goals. Okay. When I first learned embroidery, I was kind of like, man, this is cool. It's like, oh man, I could do shirts, I could do hats, I can do this, that. Well, I'm gonna tell you something. I was all over the place. All over the place. I was getting hats, I was getting shirts, I was getting pants. I even got sneakers, and I was trying to embroider sneakers, I mean, it was just like, there's just so many things you can embroider, right? So next thing you know, I went like Wild West. Okay. I was like all over the place. But then what ended up happening was my shop was going all over the place too. Okay. So I wasn't like setting my goals. Okay. So what I had to do was, after I got over all that excitement of embroidery and stuff, and I settled down and I really started to learn it and everything, I had to sit down and really talk to myself and say, okay, Jeanette, what is it you really want to do? What is it that you want to sell? What do you want to push? Okay. I was really attracted to the kitchen towels. I was really attracted to the dinner napkins. I really like that stuff. I don't know why. I just do. It's my thing. And I like hats too. Okay. So, now it's like I look at my Etsy shop and now I like have these little sections where it says collections. So it's like when I come up with ideas and stuff like that, I have like my kitchen collection, I have my dinner napkin collection, I got my pillows collection. So I just kind of like just itemize my stuff. So my thing is set your goals as to what you want your shop or your business to be. What is it that, where is it, what is it you want to do? You know what I'm saying? What is think about the audience. What audience do you want to target? Do you want to cater to the young people? Do you want to cater to the old people? Well, I don't want to say old, the older generation, okay? Because I'm old too, okay? So, do you want to really towards the men, towards the women, towards some kind of organization or group or something like that? What is it that you're passionate about? Actually, really, that's what it's all about. Because the thing is, think about, none of this is going to work if you're not passionate about what you do and you don't love it and all that kind of stuff. Everything's just going to be like blah. I love what I do. I truly do. I love making the dinner napkins because I love dressing up the dinner table and stuff. Before COVID, me and my husband used to entertain. We used to have a lot of friends come over and stuff like that. And I used to always like to dress up the table. And, I would even have little games in the middle, where we would pick little dinner topics and stuff and just have a good time. So those are kind of things that I like, and I like spending time in the kitchen. So, kitchen towels, kind of like gravitated to me. The hats, I like wearing hats. You got to find what you like. When you find what you like, it becomes easy. It's not a job. It's fun. You don't mind spending the extra time or anything like that. So that was, I kind of like went in the other item that I wanted to go, the products. What is the products that you want to push out? What is what is it that you want your specialty to be? It's kind of similar like when we were talking about that niche. Well, what is your niche? What is that you really like doing? Okay. Everybody's niche is going to be different. It might be the same product, but in a little different way, a little different design or stuff like that. So you just gotta, think about those things. Think about, all that kind of stuff. And then also, one of the things that I do want to stress is when you have your own business, whether it's sewing, embroidery, and I don't even care what field it is, it's going to be work. Okay. If you're serious about having a business and making money and all that kind of stuff, you're going to work. Okay. You're going to be, I wake up in the morning, I'm thinking about the shop. I go to bed at night, I'm thinking about the shop. I be hanging out with my friends. Sometimes I feel bad because they'll be talking about something else. And then I'll be like, oh, you know what? I like that design. I'm going to try to do something like that. And then they kind of get pissed off at me because they're like, Jesus, let it go already. But it's like, you don't, because it becomes part of you. But the thing is, you work and you work and you work and you work, and you're going to try a lot of different things. There have been products out there that I put out there that sometimes work and sometimes it was a flop. To me, I thought it was the gorgeous thing. I was like, oh my God, this is great. This is going to sell. And I made one, pick a sample, put it in the photo box, take a picture of it, put it on Etsy. It didn't sell not one. It happens, it happens, but you don't give up. You just keep going and you keep going and you keep going, and things fall in line. Things fall in line and stuff like that. And I'll tell you what, if you quit, then this ain't the business for you. Because, one thing for sure, if you quit, for sure it's not going to work. But you just got to keep going and going and going. So set your goals, take your time. Don't rush, okay? When you set up your Etsy shop, take your time taking the pictures. Take your time writing the descriptions of the items. Take your time making the items. Enjoy what you're doing. Enjoy the process, okay? And, and know that things are not going to happen right away. Okay, you see that all the time. Like people open up an Etsy shop and then they sit around and they think that the sale is supposed to they're just supposed to come in like crazy. There's gonna be times when and there have been times with me, like a whole week will pass by and I don't have a sale. But then I'll have one week when the phone just won't stop ringing, you know, and I'm kind of like, wow. I mean, like, you know, what's up, you know? Like Mother's Day for me this year was pretty busy. I did not think Father's Day was going to be busy for me at all. But I don't know why those pillows went off the shelf. I mean, it was just like, wow. I mean, I like sold out on the pillows, and I had to actually get a rush order for more pillows because even though I was sold out, I had people reaching out to me because they wanted the pillow. So I was just like, okay. I actually sold more for Father's Day than I did for Mother's Day, which that shocked me because usually Mother's Day and Christmas are the two most heaviest times for me and stuff. So, you know, my whole thing is think about your products and just, you know, just take your time and don't get discouraged. Just don't get discouraged, okay? Do your research also when you're thinking about products that you want to sell, okay? You know, do your, you know, go on Etsy and search. Go on Pinterest and search. Go on Amazon and search. Go on Facebook. You know, if you have kids or friends, ask them, you know, see what's in style and stuff like that. You know, sometimes you can get ideas and then you just tweak it a little bit and you make things your own. Okay. Don't copyright. I'll tell you that. Don't do that. That's a no. Don't do that because then you go to copyright jail. And, you know, and people have been known to have their shops shut down for copyright. So don't do it. Don't do it. Okay. You know, it's no good. Okay. So I do not encourage that at all. It's very, very risky. Okay. So, and don't think they won't come after you. They will. Okay. The other thing that, you know, that I made a mistake on is education. Okay. Sometimes, you know, you want to teach yourself. I'm a little hard-headed. Okay. I'm hard-headed. I like to just do things. Okay. Know it all, but sometimes I don't know nothing. Okay. Which I kind of learned the hard way because that's when I turn on my embroidery machine and then it's like it's not working like it's supposed to because I didn't take the time to read the book. Okay. Because I didn't take the time to take classes or get up from the chair, go to the sewing shop and talk to the people or join a embroidery club and stuff like that and talk to people that have experience in this field. Ask them about, you know, that's how you learn. That's how you learn about what stabilizer to use, what needle to use, what are the best brands in the thread, you know, how to actually work the machine. Okay. I bought the multi-needle and I had my hat hoop and I had the hat hoop sitting there for months. Didn't even touch it. Then I went to install it and it took me about 2 months to learn how to embroider a hat on my machine because I was so hard-headed that I was just sticking it in there and I wasn't properly installing the driver. I wasn't even properly installing the hat on the hoop. Okay. You know, I will tell you this, embroidering hats on a multi-needle machine can be very, very tricky. You have to learn how to properly install your driver and properly hoop your hat. If you do not know, those are the two basic things. If you don't have that, I don't care how you put that hat in, it's not going to come out right. Your stitches are going to come out a mess. You're going to be mad and you're going to waste the hat. So, I mean, I had to learn to slow down and, you know, read the manuals, go through the manuals and talk to people and find out, you know, how to do it. I even went on YouTube. How the heck do you install this driver on the brother machine, you know? And I actually had to reverse the video several times to make sure I knew exactly how to put that driver in. So, you know, you know, just educate yourself, okay? And another thing that I wanted to do, but when COVID hit, it kind of like messed me up. I wanted to go to the craft shows and I wanted to go to embroidery shows. They have them out there. The reason why I wanted to go is because that is where you see a lot of representatives for the multi-needle machines, the industrials, and for the brother and for the Belco and stuff. They have vendors out there, and that's where you can actually look at those machines. You can touch them. You can ask the questions and see how they embroider. They also it's a bunch of vendors where they sell different stabilizers, different types of threads. You get to actually see it, touch it. I'm a see it, touch it kind of person. You know, I like to look at things. I think they're great seeing them on a computer, but I like to see things in person. You know, and I like to talk to people. I'm a people person. Okay. Sometimes I can be a little shy, you know, but those little rare occasions, you know. But anyway, but I like to go out there and talk to people, get information, find out about products and stuff like that. And, you know, and really learn. And then sometimes you can learn about different gadgets that people have. Like, I know Miss Miles, she wants me to do a video on patches, right? I know that there's a product out there for patches for you to embroider on, and it comes out like really super smooth. And I'm trying to do the research. I saw it once. I should have kept the information. I didn't, but now I'm on the search for it because I would like to do a video on that product and see how those patches actually come out. You know, so Miss Miles, if you're watching, don't worry, I got you. I will do a patch video on it, okay? And stuff. Also, oh, another thing, let me tell you about another mess that I made. Buying bulk items, okay? When I first started, what I was doing was I was buying certain items in bulk, okay? I wasn't buying like one or two. When I'm talking about bulk, I'm not talking about buying like 2 or 3 shirts. I'm talking about like 20, 30, you know? I'm talking bulk, okay? Now, what ends up happening with me was I would buy something and I would go, oh, I'm going to make a whole bunch of these particular hats, right? Now, you know, baseball hats, they come in different styles, different sizes, different textures, and everything like that. Well, what ends up happening is I bought a whole bunch of hats and I did 1 or 2, and people didn't like those particular hats. So now I end up with a bunch of hats that I can't sell or I can't use because not even my husband, you know, Fred and Carlito don't like the hats. So even when I embroider the hats with something they like, they're like, I ain't gonna wear that. You know, I don't like the hat. Don't look right on my head and all that, you know. So I wasted a lot of money on that. So my whole thing is when you are buying products, okay, don't buy bulk in the beginning. Buy 1 or 2. And then when you see that this is really it, okay, this is the product that you want to use, then that's when you go ahead and you go bulk and you buy the 20 and the 30 and stuff. And you go look for the wholesales, lots and all that kind of stuff. Because then you know this is the solid thing. You know what I'm saying? Like for instance, you know, I got these hats I love. I love these white hats. I got these in bulk. I love them. They do sell a lot, especially in the summer. Wintertime, not so hot, but a lot of people do buy white hats in the summer. Now, these I did not buy in bulk. I just bought a little bit. These are the distress hat. My girlfriend, Patty, she loves distress hats. Okay, now, but the thing is, she's been wearing the same hat for like years since I know her. Okay, so I don't know if this is a new thing or if this is something that she just got a long time ago and it just happens to be her favorite hat. And I don't know if people still like distress hats. So I just bought about like 2 of these. I think I got three of these. And I'm just going to sample them and see and, you know, put them on Etsy. And then if people like them, great. Then I know that this is something that people are interested in getting. And then I'll go and I'll buy in bulk. Okay. If not, then that's fine. I only spent money on 2 or 3 hats. So that's the only thing that, you know, that really to me in the beginning, I was doing the bulk. And then what ends up happening is you have all this stuff. And then everybody gets mad at you because everybody knows what they're going to get in Christmas. They're going to get the hat that doesn't fit their head. But they got a gift, you know? Right. So, oh, we got a question.
Yeah. Well,
question.
There are a couple of people commenting and saying, did you get a new multi-needle?
Oh, yes. Okay. Yes, I did, everybody. Okay. I got a new addition to the family. Okay. What happened was Mother's Day, Fred wanted to get me something. So what he did was he got me I got the Brother 1055X. That's the 10 needle from Brother. That's the one that I got. And he ordered it and we waited for the machine to come in because what happened was I have the 6 needle. So I did not want to take the 6 needle into the shop without having a machine here. So when the 10 needle became available and it was ready for us to pick up, then we took the 6 needle over in. But yes, I do have a new addition to the family, and the room is getting smaller by the minute. So now it's kind of like squishy. So I'm going to have to rearrange this room because to change the threads on both machines, because right now I have them side by side right here. I got a little step stool, but I'm going to have to do some rearranging just so that it makes it easier for me to change threads when I need to and stuff like that. But so far, I'm pretty happy with the 10 needle. I know that some of you guys are probably wondering, why did I go with that machine? I really liked the functionality that machine offered. One of the things that I really I love about the 1055X is the scanning. It has a camera. And what I like is that I can put in the hoop and I press the button and it actually scans the whole hoop with the item in it. And then on the screen, I see my embroidery file, and it actually shows me exactly where the machine is going to stitch. So I can easily tell if it's not in the middle or if it's not. The machine also has something called the snowman feature, where there's these little stickers. And let's say that I have a shirt, right? And there's a particular spot where I want my embroidery to be. I take that sticker and I put it on the shirt. I hoop it in the machine. The machine will scan for that sticker, and boom, it's going to start embroidering right there where that sticker is. So those two were like what blew my mind, and I was like, I want that. That's what I want. Okay. There are a lot of other good machines out there. Okay. I don't endorse any machines. Okay. I pay for my own stuff. Okay. No brother does not pay me. I don't get checks from embroidery machines. I will not do that. That I won't do. That type of equipment I will pay for upfront. Even, I'm gonna be honest, a lot of my stuff I buy on my own. I have never had a company send me a freebie. Okay. I paid for it. Okay. The stuff that you see that I list on my Amazon shop, that's stuff that I paid for. I don't, I do have affiliated links where if you were to buy it, I would get a commission, but that item I did not get for free when I had to pay for it myself. So, when it comes to these embroidery machines, this is all coming out of my own pocket. I don't make money off of any of that. But the thing is, I liked it. But see, the thing is, too, is there's a lot of machines out there. Okay. So my whole thing, and this is how I feel about machines, it's just like a sewing machine. There are so many out there. You have beginners, you have intermediate, you have expert, you have industrial machines. You have so many different sewing machines. You have to ask yourself, what is it that you want to do? What is it that fits you, your budget, and all that kind of stuff? So you got to get the best machine that works for you. Okay. Some people, like the Happy machine. Some people like the ZSKs. Some people like the Melco. Some people like the Rokoma. I like the Brother, and the Brother 10. I liked it because of that scanning camera. I loved it. That's one thing that I really liked. I do hope to get a third machine, and I am really strongly looking at the Melco for my third machine. I'm thinking, when me and my husband were talking, we think we're going to do the third machine 2 years from now. That's the plan. 2 years from now, we'll get a third one, and I'm leaning towards a Melco for that one. I think maybe also we have toyed with the decision of getting rid of my 6 needle machine and getting a second 10 needle machine for the simple reason that I really like that camera capability. The 6 needle machine does not have the camera capability. It has a laser, and the laser is really good too. I like the laser as well, but I just like that scanning, that camera a lot better. So we kind of toy with the idea. Right now, I'm okay with the 6 because what I have now is on the 6 needle machine, I have my hat hoop put in. And I've been working on my hats on the 6 needle machine. And right now I'm working on sample shirts, sample designs on my 10 needle machine. But I got a new edition. You know, I wasn't really going to talk about it and stuff, but because what I wanted to do was I wanted to do a video on the 10 needle machine. I'm still going to do it. I wanted to do a video just to show you guys why I chose that for me, why it worked for me. Okay. And then also show you what I'm talking about some of the functionality that I really, really liked about that machine. Okay. You know, I'm a visual, so what?
Sorry, you have
Go
5
ahead.
minutes.
Oh, I got 5 minutes. Okay, I have 5 minutes. Are there other questions out there?
Just a lot of people congratulating you, and
Oh.
Juana especially says she loves your shirt.
Who?
Juana.
Oh, hey, Wanda. Yeah, I got my shirt. Jay gave it to me. My girlfriend Jay and stuff. So, but let me say hi to everybody. I see Eartha and Cheryl. Hey, Harmony. Hey, Karen. Hey, Joanna. Haley, Neil. Hey, Shauna, you made a great choice. Thank you, Lucy. Hey, Barb, how are you? For my dual head multi-needle, I have a small platform behind it and I stand next to it, easier to change out the threads. Oh, Barb, that's a good idea. Okay, then maybe I need to push these machines out and maybe that would be better and stuff. I will tell you, you know, changing threads, it's not hard, but, you know, I'm short, you know, I'm a little lady, you know, I'm not even 5 feet tall. So, you know, these machines can be kind of tall. So it's a little challenging for me and stuff. Hey, Christian, how are you? I'm on the wait list for that one still. Oh, well, let me tell you, Christian, my husband, when it came to getting the 10 needle machine, he actually got it for me for Mother's Day, right? And we, you know, they told him as soon as he placed the order that they were back ordered on it, which I was okay with because, you know, I was like, well, I still have the 6 needle machine. That's fine. But I needed to get my 6 needle service. So like I said, I did not want them to take my 6 needle without me having another machine here. Because what happens is when you have an Etsy shop, you don't know when you're going to get a sale. And, you know, when you get a sale, you got to make the product. And I wasn't going to have them take my 6 needle machine and then I'm without a machine, you know, because one of the things that I really like is about the fast turnaround in my business. You know, even though I put processing time of 1 week, a lot of times when I get an order, I like to get that order out the next day if I possibly can. Okay. So that's usually how I like to roll. The reason why I always put about a week is because let's say I ran out of towels or something like that, and I have to place an order for a new pack of towels. It gives me a couple of days to get those towels. Or, you know, let's say I'm having a bad day and I just don't really have the time, or, you know, or I screwed up the last towel and I got to put a new order. You know, I just like to do that. I even do that at my job when I'm working on projects and stuff like that. I like that buffer time. I think that's really good because at the same time too, you can then, you know, if you get your product out early, then that makes customer happier because they'll be like, wow, I thought I wasn't going to get this for a week and I got it in like 2 days, you know? So it's just something to think about. Hey, Christian, Jeanette Harmony are the bomb with the hats. No, I'm not the bomb. Harmony is the bomb, okay? All I did was do one little thing. Harmony, on the other hand, I can't wear the crown that Harmony wears, okay? Thank you, though, Christian. But no, she is the queen of the hat because she does the front, she does the side. I mean, I think she's even done the bill, which I'm kind of like scared to do the bill because I'm like, oh my God, you don't break a needle with that or something. I'm not sure she does the bill. I don't know, Harmony, if I'm right in saying that or not. But I mean, and I don't know if you have seen her designs, Christian. I mean, she rocks. I mean, it's like she's got it going on. It's like, I wish I had designs like hers, you know? So I'm like, I mean, she's really, really good and stuff. And Shayna is good with the patches and stuff because I know she has done a lot of patches and stuff. And Shayna, I hope I'll probably be reaching out to you because I want to do a video on patches, but maybe, you know what's cool? Maybe I'll do a video and I would love to get your feedback on my video on patches and see if I screwed up on something or not, because you're the expert in that. Because I'll probably do something crazy and then you'll be like, girl, you you probably burnt that up. Because I watched one of your videos where you used the lighter and stuff, and I'm afraid that mine will probably go up in flames or something. I don't know. And stuff. Let me see. Is there anything else? Hey, Renee.
There's this one, Micah Tyler.
Uh-huh.
Says his eBay store is live thanks to you, Boricua Sewing and Crafts.
Oh!
I taught him everything.
Awesome. That's so cool. That is so cool. You go for that money. You get it. And do me a favor, please. Put your eBay store information. If you're not part of the Embroidery Happy Hour Facebook, put it out there. And all you guys out there that have an Etsy shop and stuff like that, you know what I'll do? I'll start a file on our Facebook group so everybody can put their Etsy shop on there. Because I would really, I love to support and I like to buy items from other Etsy shops. I really do, because I'm a small business owner, and business owners are supposed to help each other. You know what I'm saying? So congratulations on your shop, and I know you're gonna do really, really good. And I am so glad that that I was able to help you out in that and stuff. So when you become that millionaire, just make sure to give me a shout out. That's all you have to do. Just shout me out. And stuff. Let's see. Anybody else? That's it? Huh?
It's 9 o'clock.
It's 9 o'clock. Now she's shutting me up. See,
No.
This is what happens. You get your friend to be a moderator, and right away she's like, "Shut up! You talk too much." Okay, so anyway, guys, let me see. Well, I hope I got everybody that I said hello to. If I missed you, I am so sorry. Hey, Miss Brown, I'm so sorry. And you guys know, as usual, if you guys the amount of spent making a product to list and promote it, no talks about the hours takes on the computer. Dressed by Maya made a very good point. Yes, I mean, and she's also stressing the point about your time in doing things and stuff. I'm telling you, time is valuable. Time is valuable. Okay, it's part of your life. Make sure you charge for it. Okay. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope that the information that I shared with you guys about my experience of having an Etsy shop and some of the issues and challenges that I had learned and overcome kind of help you, because my whole thing is, learn from my mistakes, learn from my mistakes. And if you guys have questions also, and you're part of the Facebook group, put the questions out there, and we can help each other, to help figure things out, figure out any challenges and stuff like that, So, because it's all about us all succeeding together, So, if you have any questions, you have any trouble or stuff like that, put your questions out on Facebook. You guys also, I had several of you guys reach out to me in Messenger. Sometimes I can't respond exactly right away, but I do eventually try to respond and stuff and help you guys out. So, but thank you so much for spending Friday with me. And if you guys have a particular topic or something in mind that you want me to cover, let me know, and I'll do the research and stuff, and we can talk about it and all that kind of stuff. Okay. So you guys have a great weekend, and thank you so much for, tuning in and supporting. You guys be safe. Enjoy those machines that you have. Enjoy your stores and stuff. Congratulations on opening up your shop and stuff. I think that is so awesome. And you guys have a great weekend, okay? And be safe. And if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, okay? So I will talk to you guys later. And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And, like I said, love you guys all. Please be careful, enjoy, and happy sewing and embroidery. Bye.